Hello guys, it's your boy Vexed again. Welcome back to the channel. We are here with the Aero League races for round 2 of the GT7 Championship that is currently running. So this is the sprint race. This will determine the reverse grid for the second race, the feature race. We have got Jack after qualifying is on pole. We've got Chris in second place. We've got Tips in third. Ben is fourth. Just Filthy is fifth. Skinsy is in 6th, Syndra is in 7th, we got Ryan in 8th, Simon K 9th, Slimmy 10th, Black Widow 11th, The Dude in 12th, Isaac Mitch 13th, Loken 14th, and C Kutch in 15th. So we've got a couple of names that obviously weren't present in the first round, so maybe stand-ins for some of the first round, or maybe this is the first round they've made it for. But without further ado, should we get into it? Let me just line up. Find where the klaxon boy is. He is present. So let's get into it. The klaxon sounded, the lights are out and they are off. Not too many moves being made off the start. Look like a couple of people in the background getting a bit of a better start than some of the rest of the field. Obviously some of the cars tend to bog down on the line, don't they? So got a few people making some moves in the background. Jack, he's going to keep that first place for the meantime. Well, we got four wide through turn 1. It's all got a little bit congested. There's a lot of bumping going on. Skinsy getting bumped out a little bit there. It looked like Ben's trying to come through as well. He's actually just touched Skinsy's rear quarter. We got Tieps. Tieps has dropped a few places. I think he was in second place, wasn't he? Off of the start. We got Ben trying to make a move on Skinsy. He's trying to go up the inside. Skinsy holding it around the outside. He's actually got it done. So that was a good move there from Ben. Kept his boot in all the way, paid off in the end. And we got somebody else. Who's that? Tieps. That was a very aggressive move there from Tieps. Skinsy getting forced all the way out there. He's dropped down to 7th now. Somebody else having a moment in the background there. Not sure who that was. I think it might have been Simon K. I think it was one of the Alphas. Anyway, as we progress, early stages of this first lap, this is Catalunya with no chicane. We've got Jack is still in first place, trying to run away with it at the moment. Got a bit of a nice gap now to Chris, who's in second place. He's managed to make his way through to second. He's in the Peugeot. We've got Ben in the first of the two McLarens. He's in third place. Tieps, his teammate, in 4th. Isaac currently 5th. The Dude, he's currently 6th. Skinsy, he's down in 7th now, isn't he? As we've got Just Filthy starting to be pressured now by Syndra, who's in 9th. He's trying to take that 8th place away from Filthy. We've got C Kutch looking like he's trying to make a move now as well. Is he going to have to run down the start finish? They're coming down to turn 1 now. In fact, as I said that, they were just crossing the start finish line. C Kutch, he does have a look, but he thinks better of it. No, he is. He's slung it up the inside. He's trying to go for that move. Not quite close enough that time round. It hasn't paid off for him there. He's got Widow as well. Widow all over him. She's looking for the move. Is she going to get that car past him, the Mazda, the RX Vision? She actually managed to pull out a win, didn't she, last week? So definitely one to watch this week. Maybe this track doesn't really suit the RX Vision, but she's doing well at the moment. And in fact, her teammate, oh, she's going to get a move done on C Kutch, is she? She's got the inside for this next one. They're still side by side. Simon K looking for a way through as well, not finding it. C Kutch still 10th. Black Widow still trying to find a way past in 11th. She's also got Simon K to contend with as well. He's pulled out alongside her. In fact, no, she's actually edged ahead, so she's managed to take that 10th position. Simon K's managed to slot through as well to 11th. C Kutch dropping down to 12th. He's got Slimmy, his teammate, behind him, 13th. Then we've got Loken, 14th. He's in the Lambo. We didn't see that last week, so definitely maybe a new contender or a stand-in, not sure. Ryan, all the way down at 15th currently. We did see he had a bit of a shocker, didn't he, in the first race last week, but in the second race he seemed to come alive and he was putting in some good laps. I think he finished in a fairly respectable position. Meanwhile, Jack, he is getting the work done, isn't he? Actually putting in a purple sector there as well, so he's definitely putting the pedal to the metal, isn't he? He's trying to make the most of this sprint race and see what points he can get off it. Obviously, if he wins this one, he will be starting from the back of the field in the feature race, so kind of a bit of a double-edged sword. Chris, meanwhile, still in second place. Bit of a gap now to Jack. He started closing it up somewhat, but he's got a bit of work to do. He's not in any danger of losing that position to his teammate Tieps at the moment. Tieps still comfortably in third place. The second of the two McLarens, the Velo livery, Velo Amazon. Ben, Tieps' teammate, in the second of the two McLarens. He's there in fourth place. And Skinsy's back up to fifth. So he is putting that Peugeot through its paces. Obviously he won Tier 3 last season. So he had the promotion, didn't he, up to Tier 2. Which is where we are now. We're with the Tier 2 drivers for the Area League races. So Skinsy still currently fifth place. We got the dude just managing to get the move done on Just Filthy. Just Filthy still there on his outside though. He's trying to look for the inside. He's also got Syndra as well. Syndra managing to slot through. He's taking that seventh place away from Just Filthy. Just Filthy dropping down the order. He's down to eighth. His teammate 2 positions behind him. Oh, Syndra actually goes into the back of the dude under braking. I think he's going to have to give that position back, isn't he? Yeah, he's waited for him. That's great sportsmanship there from Syndra. I think he must have just misjudged his braking slightly. Meanwhile, Isaac's moved through to 6th place. He's in the Dodge Viper, being chased down now by Black Widow, but she has got a 0.5 second penalty, so I think she will drop behind Just Filthy, her teammate. As Isaac takes a bit of a deep line through that last turn, that may end him up with a penalty, I'm not sure. In fact, he's got away with it, so all good there for Isaac. I think that is probably definitely the maximum on the track limits for that part of the track. Just Filthy, as I said, managing to get back past his teammate. Back up to 7th position. Looking to try and put some pressure on Isaac now. Stay with him as we come into turn 1. He's actually looking, he was looking up the inside, but not quite close enough to capitalise. Tyres starting to look a little bit worn now. Still firmly trying to put the pressure on Isaac just up ahead. Black Widow, she starts trying to stay with him, trying to stay with her teammate. She's got a bit of pressure from behind from Slimmy. Having to go defensive around that last turn, having to cover off the inside. Slimmy was looking, but not quite close enough, as we've got a battle form between Just Filthy and Isaac now. Just Filthy looking for a way past Isaac, but Isaac's making it hard for him. Defending really well at the moment. Be interesting to see which is stronger in a straight line as they come up to, well, they will be coming up to the start finish in a matter of turns. I think 3 or 4, maybe 5 turns. Isaac taking that deep line again through that last turn. So Just Filthy. Oh no! And he tagged the rear of him, so he's had to back out. He's dropped a few places now. He's down to 10th place. His teammate Widow, she's gone through. She's up to 7th. She's going to have to now start trying to put the pressure on Isaac. Trying to break into that top 6. Slimmy up to 8th. He's got a whole second's worth of penalty though. That's going to cost him. He's going to lose that position to Simon K. May also lose it to Just Filthy. Just Filthy now under pressure from Syndra. Syndra looking for the move up the inside. Looks like he's got the drive along the start finish. I think he's going to be just in the place he wants to be as they come into turn 1. Just Filthy just ahead though, managing to keep that position for a minute. That's some good driving there from Sindra though, wasn't it? Putting Filthy under some pressure into turn one. Filthy just managing to keep that position for the meantime. So Sindra is going to have to sit in 11th for a couple more corners. He does look like he has got some pace at the moment though, so I do think he is going to start trying to challenge Filthy again. The dude down at 12th. He must have had a moment somewhere. In fact, no, we did see, didn't he? I think him and... Was it him and Sindra had a bit of a coming together? Can't quite remember. Ryan, 13th. So he's moved up a couple of places. He was dead last, I think. Loken, 14th. And C. Kutch running himself all the way down in 15th. So I imagine C. Kutch must have had a moment as well. Loken pulling over. I think he was going to try and serve that penalty, but not allowing him to do it that time. He's going to have to carry it for the remainder of this lap. And for the next lap. Meanwhile, Jack. So Jack with a nice lead now. He's not having to worry about going defensive against anyone. He's just got to worry about keeping consistent and trying to save them tyres. He's got another 5 minutes, I believe. Or is it 20 minutes? It may even be 10 minutes. He's at least got another 5 minutes to go on them tyres. They are looking a little bit worse for wear now. It's going to be very heavy wear on the front left, as you can see. A lot of right-handers around here, around Catalunya. He's looking quite consistent at the moment though, is Jack, so he might be on for the win in this first race, this sprint race. Chris, still up there in second place. Tieps has caught him though. That gap has definitely closed, hasn't it? And he's got his teammate for company as well behind him, Ben, in 4th place. Not too far behind, so he should be able to give Tieps a bit of backup. I think Chris is going to be starting to feel the pressure somewhat now. Tieps closing right up through that last turn. Should have a little bit of onboard action. As we look back, the gap has extended a little bit, so Chris doing the work. And Tieps actually picking up a 0.5 second penalty. That is going to cost him, that he's going to lose that momentum that he has got. His teammate may be able to get past him, he may be able to snag that 3rd position. Oh, he's looking already. Ben's looking up the inside. He's got through easily. So maybe team orders to let Ben through, as obviously Tieps has got that penalty, so perhaps letting Ben through, letting him have a bit of a go at Chris up ahead of him. In fact, it looks like they may have started to catch Jack, so I think maybe Jack now starting to struggle on them very worn softs. Well, it's just his front left, isn't it? The front left is absolutely gone now. I think he must have had a moment, because that gap has definitely closed, hasn't it? It was a bit bigger than that before. Definitely a few more car lengths. So Chris, still currently 2nd place, but he's now being chased by Ben in 3rd. Ben and Tieps have switched positions. Tieps is going to serve his penalty now. I want to see how much of a... Oh, so he hasn't lost too much time to Ben, but I think he'd like to be a little bit closer coming down the start-finish to be able to maximise off that slipstream. Doesn't look like he's doing what he can to try and keep with him though, isn't it? So Tieps still 4th place. Skinsy still 5th, but he's now being challenged by Black Widow. He's in 6th place. Black Widow all over his rear bumper. She is starting to put the pressure on now. Simon K is also up there. He's in 7th place currently. So 5th, 6th and 7th, all within a second of each other. Skinsy, he's pulled over to cover that inside. He's done it very early. But I think he knows that Black Widow is going to be looking for the move. I don't think she's going to go around the outside here, but may be able to go for the switchback. Great defensive driving from Skinsey though. And it did look like she maybe had the momentum coming out of turn 1. Oh, Skinsey going a little bit deep there. Is that going to let her through? No, she's not quite past him yet. He's still ahead at the moment, is Skinsey. So a bit of a battle forming now for 5th place. I think it's going to be a matter of whose tyres last the longest. Skinsey with a bit of a twitch there. He managed to hold it though. It didn't cost him too much. If anything, he's actually starting to pull a little bit on Black Widow, which is what I think he wanted to do. He's going to have to start using some more of that rubber though. And in fact, it looks like the RX Vision possibly a bit better on the tyres than the Peugeot of Skinsey. Or maybe Widow's just looked after him a little bit better. She is definitely going to have the grip advantage. This is going to be the final lap, so we're going to have to go on board with a race leader. It is still Jack. On the other side, Ben and Chris. Ben has gone to the back of Chris. He's got past him. I think he's got past him. It's going to be a drag race up to the finish line. Jack 1st place. Ben 2nd place. Chris 3rd. Tieps 4th. Skinsey, he's managed to stay ahead for the meantime. Black Widow looking like she might have the run. Is she going to get past him? Not quite. Skinsey 5th. Black Widow 6th. Simon K 7th. Just Filthy 8th. Isaac 9th. Syndra 10th. Ryan 11th. The Dude 12th. Slimmy Loken 13th. Slimmy 14th. Seakuch, he's going to bring it home in 15th. Well, that was race 1. That was a sprint race, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. Obviously a little bit different this week. I couldn't make it for the live comms, so this is a post race comms. But yeah, I've been your boy Vexed. We'll be back with a sprint race. We'll be back with a feature race, should I say. That was the sprint race. Anyway, without further ado, good night.